Hello and welcome to 100 Yards of Football Sports Talk Radio. I'm your host this evening, Logan Landers. And joining me to talk about the 2021 team preview for the Boise State Broncos is my man, my co-host for the Unscripted Sports Podcast, Jay McLovin. What's going on, Jay?
Hey, I'm doing well. Ready to talk some Boise State and that ugly football field that they play on.
It is certainly a sight to behold every time the Broncos take a home game, man. It's a blue field, and if you haven't seen it before, look it up because it is, it's strong. I'll just say that it is a strong sight. They're standing out, though. I'll give them that. It certainly sets them apart from other teams in college football. But hey, if you guys like this video today, please be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. We are live every time on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Also, please go check out our podcast where we upload daily episodes for your listening pleasure, whether it's on the way to work, doing a workout, anything like that, doing some yard work on the weekend, because we upload every single day with any kind of football content, team previews, legends interviews, you name it, we got it over there. Just type in 100 Yards of Football, and you will find our podcast on any platform. All right, Jay, let's get into this one, man. The Boise State Broncos. What you like about this team coming into the year 2021?
Yeah, I like the fact that they're getting some of their guys back. I don't, the thing with them is I'm looking at the quarterback spot, and it's going to be kind of a problem for them guys. I think it's going to be I think they're going to have some pretty good. I look at Hank, and I can never say that guy's name right. Bachmeier, or something like that.
Yeah, Bachmeier, yeah.
Is it Bachmeier? Yeah. I think he's a different maker. He's got to stay healthy. I think if he can stay healthy, I think he's going to be phenomenal. And that's one. I guess it's one of the things I like. It's kind of like but not so sure if it's going to pan out, right? Because he has a problem staying healthy. But I think if we get a healthy quarterback from him, then I think that this team is going to be phenomenal. Because they have a high-octane passing game. There's no doubt about it. I think they have good wide receivers. I think their O-line is pretty decent. But I think overall in all, I like the quarterback. I think that's the bright spot I like. I just want him to – if he can just stay healthy, that's going to be a huge advantage for this offense and continue doing what they're doing. But, yeah, that's what I like in them. I like the quarterback play, but I just need him to stay healthy. And I like Khalil Shakir. He's got a 52-catch season, 6 touchdowns. I mean, he's a really good he's got really good hands. He's all Mountain West. He's got all the little attributes you want. He's tall. And then you got, and then you have the other guy, Thomas. He's very quick. He's got 20 catches. 20 catches on 17 yards of catch, and tight end Riley Smith is returning. So he's gonna be able to stretch the field. He's gonna be able to go deep and do all the things he wants to do. If he can stay healthy, that's going to be the huge bright spot for this team, Logan.
Yeah, it's all about who's going to be healthy and how is this brand new offensive coordinator, how's the brand new head coach, because, they got 2 brand new ones this coming year. They got Tim Plow as their OC, and then they got new head coach Andy Avalos as their brand new head coach. So are they going to struggle coming out the gates? Because they have a pretty decent schedule in their first year, Jay. It ain't going to be a cakewalk in the Mountain West. They're facing a few tough teams. But talk about the players, man. I like Bachmeier, too. He's a solid quarterback when he's on the field and healthy. Like I said, the receiving core is great. But I need to see more from the running game, man, because the running game was pretty much non-existent. They finished last in the Mountain West last year. The O-line can be kind of shaky at times. So I think that even though you do get 4 of the 5 starters coming back, all in all, man, I think there needs to be a little heat in that kitchen because you got to have a good pass protection and a good run blocking for that O-line. And, like you said, you got some guys. Last year, Jay, the leading rusher was Andy Van Buren. He led the team with 382 rushing yards. That's not nothing. But it's all right, though, because 2019 1,000-yard rusher George Halani is coming back after he missed last year with a knee injury. So maybe last year was just kind of a bluff. Maybe this year will be a lot better, but we'll have to see. Can he come back from that knee injury? Because that is a scary injury. Some guys might not come back to full percent. We'll have to see. But overall, just for the offense side of the ball, I think this team is solid. They're pretty good. They're not good. I don't think they're going to blow anybody away, maybe just because the injury concerns. You're getting a new offensive coordinator. I feel like they might be a little shaky to start things out. But, hey, midway through the season, something could click, Jay, and they could go on an offensive tear because we've seen that before just in any form of football. So we'll have to see. But I need to see what this team with this brand new regime is going to do first before I can label them as a powerhouse with, scoring 30, 40 points a night. So give me your thoughts, man. Let's talk about some defense. Who do you like on that side of the ball coming on defense?
So on the defensive side of the ball, I mean, there's a lot of – I like – and I know I'm going to say his name wrong. It's like the safety. Kikalua Kanahio.
Right. Okay.
I said that right. He's a versatile tackler. He's a versatile guy at safety. He's got 32 tackles last year. I just think I like his versatility. He can play on the run. He can play in the cornerback spot. And I like anybody that's versatile. I always like the versatility of players. If you can do things more than just what your position is asking for, those are the kind of guys I look for. They also have linebacker Wimpy. I love that name, Wimpy. That's right. He's a veteran.
Wimpy on the field though.
Yeah, it's just an oxymoron. And when you hear his name and you see him, it's like whatever. But I like him. I like the linebacker Wimpy. He's a veteran tone setter. He's 6'1", 236. 61 tackles, 7.5 tackles for loss. And he's not a pass rusher, but he's great in pass coverage, and he'll get you a few sacks. So between Wimpy and Kanahio, those are my two guys that I look for on this defense. And I tell you what, I think it's going to be a pretty decent defense. Avelos, he was a defensive coordinator at Oregon. So he's got 9 starters expected back. So when you get a defensive coordinator from Oregon, which is a really dang good school, so you get a quality school, you got a defensive coordinator of that school coming to your program, and he's got 9 starters expected back. They gave up 373 yards on 27 touchdowns. They didn't do too bad. We've got a lot of starters back. I think, Logan, I honestly, between those two guys, the defensive coordinator, and the fact that they didn't give up a lot of yards or touchdowns, I think that speaks volumes. And I think this defense will do well. I think the takeaway for this defense, though, is they didn't win the turnover. They did not win the turnover battle last year. They lost the turnover battle. As a matter of fact, in 7 games, they averaged about 7 games of turnover. So they got to keep the ball. They can't give it away. And I think it's going to be the biggest key on this defense, Logan, honestly.
Yeah, a few guys that I'm thinking of, man. I'm thinking of Shane Irwin, the end, who had all-star honors last year with a team-high 6 sacks. He's definitely going to be a force, I think, on that line, dude, getting some work. So I think he's going to have a great season. I think he's going, especially with a full season as well. That's really going to help boost his draft stock. I'm a little worried about their secondary, though, Jay, because they lost a few guys. They lost Avery Williams, who we've had on the show, actually, who went to the Atlanta Falcons. Then they also lost Jalen Walker. So 2 of your starting corners are gone. They're not here this year. So I'm going to see, like you said, the safeties are fine, but I need to see how these cornerbacks are going to perform because that's a hit and miss, man. You never know how these guys are going to perform, and it's hard when you get 2 solid ones like Walker and Williams, like I just mentioned, and now they're gone. You got to start fresh, and you got to see who's going to step up in place of them and who's going to get these interceptions, that was just kind of missing the last few seasons. So We'll have to see. But I do think that, like you said, with the head coach who was a former defensive coordinator at Oregon, who's done a great job over there, and now he's come to be a head coach. This is going to be definitely more a defensive-minded football team who gave up, a little bit less than 30 points a game last year and a little bit about 350 yards a game. So I think that's going to go down a little bit, especially with this more kind of defensive-minded head coach. So I could see them getting to maybe, 3 touchdowns a game, giving up 21 points, and just, giving up a few less yards, get around the 300 yards instead of the 350. So just kind of small improvements, especially with a defense who, like I said, in the secondary, they're going to have to prove themselves with the corners. The safety should be fine, but we'll have to see all in all. And we're going to see if the D-line, how much pressure they can create throughout the entire season. It's going to be interesting to see, though. But what's your final thoughts going into this, going and talking about this Boise State team before we wrap things up here tonight?
Yeah, honestly, the key is on offense. They have to get that running game going. As we spoke earlier, Van Buren had 382 yards rushing?
Yeah.
They didn't even hit 200 yards rushing in the game last year. So they had a very anemic run game last year. And obviously, Halani, he was hurt, so he didn't get the help from him. But now that they have Halani back this year, and you know that he's capable of putting up 1,000 yards rushing, that should take care of that. But they're going to have to get that running game going, honestly, Logan, if they want to see success this year. And I would say, I think it's very doable. They have a pretty good schedule. Like you said, it's pretty tough. They got San Diego, They got UCF. They got Oklahoma State and BYU.
Mm.
I'm looking at those 4 games as being like their tougher matchups. I think 8-5, 9-4, somewhere around there should be realistic for your team.
Yeah, I'm with you. I could see that, and I do see this team. We just talked about Nevada, who I think is going to go into that Mountain West championship game. I think we see their opponents right here. I think we're going to see Nevada going up against Boise State for that Mountain West title, and I think that'll be a good game because it's 2 teams. Nevada's just they got a bunch of seniors who are just ready to get that championship under their belts. And you got Boise State, who's lost a few guys, but who are with a brand new head coach, a brand new coordinator on offense, who are hoping to prove themselves. And it's a winnable schedule because you said there are a few tough games, of course, but I think all the games that they should win, they will win. And I see this team, like you said, getting anywhere between 8 to 10 wins and fighting for that Mountain West championship. So I think this is going to be a very good year if you are a Broncos fan. If you root for Boise State and that, like Jay said, he thinks that ugly field, please drop a comment if you enjoy watching Boise State play, watching their highlights with that blue field because, man, it can get to you pretty quick.
Yeah, it does. It almost gives me a migraine when I look at it because it's so hard to just look at the players and watch them run on it. It's like my mind is just, I don't know. I like that. I guess the green field is just a little bit softer on my eyes. It's easier to watch.
I will say, though, the football does stand out a lot more on that blue field. You can see it from a mile. It looks beautiful on that, though. I will give them that all in all. Well, hey, if you guys have enjoyed this video here tonight, first off, thank you guys so much for tuning. Whether you're watching us on Facebook, YouTube, or on Twitch, we appreciate all your likes, comments, shares, everything y'all do for us. We appreciate everything. And also, hey, go and check out our podcast if you've not done so already. We are available anywhere podcasts can be listened to, whether it's on Spotify, Apple, iTunes, iHeartRadio, even on Audible now with Amazon. So go check us out over there as well. Be sure to leave us a comment, leave us a review. And also, thank you guys so much for the downloads. We hit a new high last month in June. Hopefully, we can smash that in July. So thank you guys so much for the likes and everything that you've been doing for our podcast and all of our videos. Wait, for my guy, Jay McLovin, we've been talking about the Boise State Broncos. I've been your host, Logan Landers. Stay tuned because we got another great team preview in just a little bit.